morning. I have moved furniture today. I've unloaded boxes. We've been in the attic. We've been in a garage. We've been out in the barn. Hi, I'm Melony. Molly's at her house, and I have spent the day getting prepared for an estate sale. Many of y'all had asked if I would do a video about having an estate sale, that y'all wanted more information, and I think that's really spot on because many of us are at the age where we are beginning to think about downsizing ourselves, and a lot of us have had to deal with relatives that have downsized, gone into a nursing home, that have passed away. And so this has been something that really, I don't know how really you escape getting around that there's going to come a time when you're probably going to have to deal with your things and doing some downsizing or liquidation, or you have a loved one that you need to take care of that. So I would like to talk to you just like a friend. If you were here and I was just talking to you about what the advantages are of having an estate sale company work versus doing it yourself. And so it's late at night, and I'm hoping I remember everything I need to remember, but I'm going to try to make it fairly brief and concise. I'm going to try. I wanted to tell y'all, I usually do about 2 estate sales a month. There's sometimes I do 3, and then there's sometimes we do grandkids or vacations, and everybody will take off a month. But so I've got a lot of estate sales under my belt, and I feel like I pretty much know the ropes on how it works. So why in the world would you have an estate sale company do it rather than do it yourself? Well, there are several reasons, and one is that when I walk into a home, and say the home that I'm working on now, there hasn't been a death in the family. The little lady is moving in with her daughter, and she has already taken everything out of the house that she wants. So it's not a sad thing. Some people are like, oh, estate sales are so sad. Well, a lot of times the family has come in and they really and truly have taken all the things that they want or that they are attached to in an emotional way or that they needed, and so those items have been removed from the home. So what you see when you go to an estate sale are the things that people didn't want, they didn't need, and or didn't have room for. And you can't always just take everything home with you. So when I go in, I can look around at things and I'm not emotionally attached to it like you would be if it was your place or your aunt's or your meemaws, whoever. It's all stuff to me, and I can respect the people that lived there and whose lives were there. But it is good that I don't have that emotional attachment to it, because that makes it where I'm able to come up with a fair price for it, to sell it. And I know how to price things and what to expect as far as customers go and all of that. I don't have that attachment. So if I pick up a glass, you might see it as a glass that Grandma drank out of, and she told us stories and we loved her and all those things that we feel about our people and that I feel about my people. But about your people, when I go in, I don't have all those memories attached to that glass. So I can know, that glass is worth $3. Where when all your memories are attached to it, you may feel like that glass is worth 10 or 15. And especially if Grandma told you that these were the best glasses in all of the world, and one of these days they're going to be yours, honey, and they're going to be worth a lot of money. Sometimes that just isn't so. So when you have an estate sale company come in, they can price things fairly and not be emotionally attached. So that's a great advantage, I think, right there. One of the other good things about hiring an estate sale company is if they are a reputable company, they've got a huge following. They've got a nice following. People and customers that are accustomed to come into their estate sales every week. And so it goes beyond where you could put an ad in the paper and reach quite a few people. An estate sale company can put an ad in the paper and reach quite a few people. And then I've got a huge email list, and I've got a text message list, and I have an online list and an Instagram and a Facebook page, all of those things that bring in so many more people. So even though I charge a percentage of the final sales, in the end, you will probably make more money by hiring me. And I'm doing this, I don't need hired. I'm booked and I'm good. And I'm just talking to you as if you needed one. But you can most likely make more money than if you decided to do it on your own. And here's some other advantages. I can save you time. An estate sale company can save you time. There are families that literally take years to go through a loved one's belongings. And that's time away from work. It's physical strain. It's emotional stress. There are families that call me and they're overwhelmed. They're just overwhelmed. And so what I love to happen is when a family knows that they're going to have to downsize, or that they need to liquidate all of grandma's stuff, the things that they are not able to keep, that they will be able to just trust us, leave it in our hands, and know that they can go into that house, and after they've opened the door or opened the drawer and taken out what they need or what they want to keep, then they can leave the rest with us, and they can walk away knowing that they have done okay, that they've done well. And then we will come in, and with great respect and honor and appreciation for those things that are in the house, we will know how to stage it, make the house look good, know how to make the traffic flow be good, know how to price things fairly. There are many people, when they see their loved ones' items or their own items, they have a preconceived idea of what things should be worth because grandma told them, these porcelain dolls, these QVC porcelain dolls, they're gonna go up in value. And so you take good care of these dolls. Well, they may not have. They may not have, or the Hummels, or the, right now in my area, clear glass. You know how a lot of our relatives, my mama, she had her glassware, and my Mimi had her glassware. Right now, glassware, like clear glassware in my area, is just not going for much. So we can sell it, but it doesn't go for the price that it once did. So there are all kinds of things like that, and there are certain areas where things are more. So I'm going to just talk about my area, but so we can relieve a family of all that financial strain of taking off work, coming back and forth, taking a load, going to the dump with the trash and all of those things. It just takes a load off of people, and that's really what I like most about my job is being able to help people in a time of transition and sometimes in a time of sadness. We've even done sales for people who sell everything and they go overseas and they become missionaries or just travel. So there's all kinds of life events that require a time for you to get rid of a few things. And getting rid of a few things is sometimes hard when you've got a memory attached to it. So I tell people to take pictures. Sometimes just take pictures. You may not have room for a whole set of china, but take a picture of it, put it in your photo album. Or you may not want the stuffed monkey toy, but you know that your papa played with it when he was a kid. Take a picture of it, make an album and put that in there. But we all can't keep everything in the world, or my goodness, we'd have trouble. So an estate sale company ought to be able to do everything from beginning to end, working off of a percentage. That's what I do. I charge a percentage, and in every area it's different, so I don't even like to mention what percentage it would be. That's something you could check within your area just to see, kind of compare, see what that percentage would look like. But out of the percentage that I charge, all the expenses come off of my side. So I pay for the advertising, I pay for all of the labor. Oh, my fingernails are dirty. I can tell when I go back to work because it's a lot of work. That's the other thing. I have moved furniture today. I've unloaded boxes. We've been in the attic. We've been in a garage. We've been out in the barn. We've been all over the place. It's hard work. What was I saying? I don't even remember. But we could save the financial burden of taking off work, trying to get it figured out. We can, the emotional burden of just being there and all the memories that go with it. Yeah, emotional, financial, physical. I think that covers that's a lot, y'all. And also, people need to remember that usually the majority of the money that you're going to make is going to be in the home, in the sale of the home, and you can't sell the home until you get the stuff out of it. So it's nice to have somebody to come in, do all the work, clear it out, and you still make some money too. So that is a little bit of how it goes. Maybe tomorrow I can get you in there into the house and maybe say a few more things. It's hard to know exactly what you might want to hear, but feel free to ask questions, and I'm going to see if Molly will be so kind as to download this. I know I'm bleary-eyed and tired. It's 11:20. I'm going to head for bed soon because we're up and at 'em tomorrow. But maybe I'll just tell Molly not to worry about editing. If I don't talk good or stutter around, or if I say so too many times, just let it be in here and let this video stand for what it stands for. Y'all get tired like this, and then I feel like I'm rambling, and then I'm just trying to wind it up, but I can't, but I'm going to. So thank y'all for listening. Tomorrow I'll be back at it, and I'll see what I can do tomorrow that might be of interest to you. Alrighty? This is not our usual video, but it's kind of lifestyle, isn't it? It's okay if you don't want to hear it. Well, you don't have to watch it, I guess. But if you would like to join and be a part of our YouTube family, is that what you call it? I'd love for you to like and subscribe. But you don't have to. But someday, if you feel like we've earned your trust, well, I'd sure like you to. All right. Thanks, y'all. Good night. Hey, y'all, a few words to say before I head home. I'm sitting in my car, and I thought I might share just a few facts that might be helpful if you're having an estate sale or you're looking for an estate sale company, or it's just good information. I said before, we've gone through everything in the house. Everything is priced. Everything is tagged, and then some of it's priced, but we'll come back Monday and Tuesday, and we've got to price everything. Some of the things that we'll do on Monday is that's when we do some research and look up things that are unfamiliar or things that go up and down in value. They'll be hot for a while, and then they're not. So we'll be looking those things up. One of the things that I wanted to talk to y'all about is when you have something of your grandmother's or yours, and you think, wow, these are worth a lot of money, and you look them up on eBay and it comes up and it says, McCoy vase, $60. Well, that's usually what people are asking for it, but that doesn't mean that's what they're getting for it. So if you'll do a search on eBay and say it's for a McCoy vase, do McCoy vase, but hit completed auctions and sold, and to see the actual price of what things are selling for, because it just isn't always that number. Sometimes you're disappointed, but it's usually less. Also, in different regions of the country, different things go for more money. If I picked up this sale and I went over to Austin, Texas, I could probably get more money for some of it. Some things, though, I would probably get less. So you kind of have to know your customer base. And so you need to have an estate sale company who are familiar with how things work in their specific area. Whew. Anyway, we've done good. I'm going to try to come and show you, just do a little tour of the house and all. We do big houses, we do mansions, and then we do just small little grandma houses. That's what I call them. And they each have something that's different and unique to that family. And I always feel like I'm honored that the family has let me do what I've done. So I'll come back next week, Monday and Tuesday. We'll be hitting the ground running, and I'll show you what's going on then. And I hope this is helpful to y'all in any way. I know it's not a makeup video or hair video, but I hope it helps in some way. So I'm going to stop and get us something to eat to go home, and that's it, y'all. Thanks. Bye. Hello, hello. Well, every room in the house has been tagged and priced. All the trash has gone out of the home. We have researched things that we did not know what their price would be. We have gone through the garage. We have gone through their shop. And there is really nothing left for us to do. I am here today getting signs. I've got to put out signs. If you want to know my least favorite thing in the whole world to do, when it comes to estate sales, some people are very afraid of dolls. We've got several here. Let me just sit by her. Hello, honey. Hello. Hello. My least favorite thing to do in the whole world is to put out signs. You're just there by the road, by the highway. I feel like everybody in the world passes and sees my big derriere on the side of the road, bent over, putting up a sign. My least favorite thing to do, but it must be done. Must be done. So in the morning, I'm trying to show y'all some Christmas. See that old Santa Claus? We have people that love collecting vintage Christmas. I'll arrive probably around 6:30, 6:45 in the morning, and usually there's a line here. People who are very serious about their estate sales will be here. We also have a lot of eBayers, antique dealers, resellers, and they'll be here usually first, but not all of them are that. There's some people who just love going to estate sales, and they will be here, and we will be happy to see them bright and early in the morning. So, the house is kind of dark because I'm fixing to go, but some of y'all ask for more interesting things that we sell. Well, interesting is definitely in the eye of the beholder. But we did get a kick out of this item. I'm looking at the wrong place. We did get a kick out of this item right here, and I'm going to see if I can show it to you. And it's the Three Wise Men. And they are made out of, I hope you can see them. They are made out of beer bottles. We thought that was pretty clever. Oh, one of them's been drinking a little too much there. So that's not going to be interesting to some people. We've got jewelry, we've got antiques, we've got a grandfather clock, we've got clothes, we've got purses. We have an entire collection of roosters. We've got old sewing machines. In fact, we have 5 sewing machines. We got everything under the sun, everything that would be in a normal house. Everything that's probably in your house is in this house. So, this was kind of cool. This back here, it looks like a phone, but it's really a radio. So there's some vintage plates and, jadeite looking. I'm not sure if those are jadeite, but jadeite is in Fire King. Okay. I think this is probably getting boring. We have appliances, we have refrigerators, stoves, all that kind of stuff. Ooh, in the background, I see those magnets. We usually bag those up and we'll sell all of them for $1. So I'm glad I saw that. Okay, the last thing to do is put up those pesky signs, and then tomorrow will be the crowd. I don't know if I'll have a chance to get to video, and plus I don't know if people want to be seen. You know, maybe you have to sign a document or something. I have no idea. But thank y'all for coming along. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is the sale, and then Friday night I crash. I'm tired. So thanks for coming along, y'all, and I will add a little bit more to this and give you a better idea of other things going on. Thanks. Okay, here we are, day of the sale. Kelly and I. Kelly, there you are. And the customers are just beginning to come in. We are all set to go. We had a line here this morning. I got here about 6:45 and there were people here.
Good morning.
It'll be a busy day. Bye. Last time we spoke, I was sitting at the checkout station at the estate sale ready for people to come in. I got there about 8. No. We opened at 8. I got there maybe at 6:45 and we already had people there waiting in line. So that's one good tip for you that love to shop at estate sales. The early bird really does get the worm. At least you get a chance at it. So the second mouse gets the cheese. I always remember people saying that to me. The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. So if you're into cheese, maybe you'd rather think about that. The sale was good. 3 days, we were hopping. It was busy. We sold a lot of stuff. Some things I'm like, really, we sold that? Somebody really wanted that? And then there are some things that we had left. We're like, I can't believe nobody bought that. So it's always interesting to see what people will get. The last day was half off, which is a great time if you're a frugal person. The last day is a great time to go to an estate sale. It was slim pickings, but you can always find a little treasure, and the price is right. So when the sale ended, when it was time to close the door, then we began to box things up for the charity truck. And that's one thing I love about the clients I work with. That was one of the decisions I made, is that I did not want to do like a sellout where someone comes in and they just buy everything in the house for $5. And I've seen that kind of thing happen. I wanted my clients, if they were so willing, because it's their stuff, if they would be willing to donate what didn't sell after we gave it our very best try to sell it, if they would allow a charity to pick that up and give those items a second chance, a second life, and it would benefit our community and it would benefit people in the community. You know, it's just winner all around, and they get the donation receipt. So after every sale, we start boxing things up, bagging things up, and the charity truck rolls up, and then they get it loaded up. The house is empty. We sweep our way out of the house, and then the home is ready to sell. These owners will probably hire a cleaning company to come in and give it a deep cleaning. We do not do cleaning or property cleanup. We do the sale part of it. So I hope they are pleased. In the days that come, my husband will tabulate all the money and we will get a check to the owner within 7 days. Now today I've got my hair up and I'm ready to go again. I'm headed to another home to begin another sale, another adventure. Every home is so different, different personalities. There are common themes. Like I do not ever recall a home, I do not believe, that did not have a George Foreman grill or some Tupperware or someone that had saved butter tubs. There's just all kinds of things that are like common themes, but then there are things that are very different. This home has 2 garages on either end of the home and an indoor swimming pool. So it's going to be a little bit different and interesting. And so I'm going to get over there. My husband at lunchtime is going to bring our big supply trailer over there. And so I'm going to suggest where to park it so we can get our tables and shelves up and start this whole thing over again. Now, I know I didn't answer every question that you might have, but there are different components to an estate sale. Would you be a customer at an estate sale and I could give you some tips on that? Or are you someone who foresees yourself downsizing in the future? Or do you have questions maybe about a relative and you've inherited their stuff and how to choose a good estate sale company? So in every area it's different. But again, there's some common ideas that are just practical and have wisdom about them. So if you'd like to leave some comments or questions, you go right ahead. Now, I do want to tell you, I think I'm going to try to up my Instagram game. I'm not very technically savvy. But someone showed me how to do the Instagram stories, and I think I could come on maybe a little bit more and just say hi and how are you doing if it was a short little Instagram thing instead of a video where I needed to get it to Molly and then she edits and all that, and Molly can jump on too. So please go over and subscribe to the Instagram. It's Melony and Molly. And if you're interested in hearing anything, I thought it could be just a little bit more, here's our life. Not that my life is all that interesting, but here's the deal. I always find y'all's lives interesting, and I watch stuff like that, so maybe you would. I don't know. Up to you. I thank you for coming along with me in regard to the estate sale, and I sure wish y'all the best if this is something that you're needing to do or plan out. It's a lot of hard work. I hope we see you next time. We'll be doing, I'm sure, makeup videos, and I don't know if Molly want me to say, but we have someone who sent us a product to try out. It's our first time, so it was kind of exciting. Anyway, I got to get on the road, y'all. Work is ahead, and I surely do hope that wherever you are, if you're at home or if you're out working or whatever you're doing, that life is going good for you. And there's a song that always comes on that I like hearing on my radio about may God's face shine upon you, and may his grace shine upon y'all today. He's in control and on the throne, and that brings me great comfort, and I hope it does you too. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Hey Molly, this is more of day 4. I filmed with the phone in the wrong position. So here goes.